Hey everybody, let's jump right into this amazing zucchini bread recipe that I have for you. First thing you want to do is shred up 2 medium-sized zucchinis. And then we'll put those to the side. Make sure you start your oven, preheat it to 350. First thing we're going to do is start with our dry mix. So we're going to put 2 cups of flour into a bowl here. Then we'll want to add 1.5 teaspoons of baking powder. And if you did not know, that little lip on the can there is specifically to get it leveled out for you. So if you did, great. If you didn't, I sure didn't. I just recently learned it. The more you know. We're going to throw that on in there and move to the next step. So the recipe calls for 1 teaspoon of salt. I can't get a teaspoon in here, so we're just gonna do a couple of shakes and call it good. Moving on to the next thing. We're gonna need 1/2 teaspoon of baking soda. All right, and coming up on our next ingredient, we need 1 full level cup of light brown sugar. We'll get that on in. Next up, we want to add 1.5 teaspoons of ground cinnamon in there. Then you want to give this a really good mix. Sometimes I will use my hands to kind of go in there and get some of those clumps out because I have noticed sometimes that brown sugar, super hard. I almost feel like rocks pieces. So I go in there and I make sure that they're all crumbleable because I'm not gonna serve it to my family. And when all that's said and done, it should look like this. Super nice, all very well mixed in. Alrighty, go ahead and grab your zucchini and toss it on in the bowl there. And then we'll give this a really good mix together. I like to get it all saturated. And then when you got it all pretty well incorporated there and it'll start to look something like this, you can go ahead and set that to the side, and then we'll go ahead and start working on our wet ingredients. First thing we're gonna need is 1/2 cup of milk. Then we're gonna do 1.5 teaspoons of vanilla extract. Then we will need 2 large eggs. And for this next part, you can either do 1/3 cup of like any kind of cooking oil, olive oil, avocado oil, whatever oil you'd like to use. I like to use butter. So I used about 3/4 of a stick of butter melted and I put it in here. We'll get that stirred up really well, and then we'll go ahead and add that to our dry ingredients. All right, one more stir, and then go ahead and get that wet mixture dumped into the dry mixture. And just start stirring away. It's gonna be quite the mushy mess, but believe me, this is delicious in the end. So just keep on stirring until it gets to a consistency that looks somewhat like this. And once you've gotten here, you can go ahead and throw it into your pan that you would have lined with parchment paper. My family really likes walnuts, so we go ahead and put those in. And I don't really have a measurement for you on this. It's just kind of how you and your family would like it. If you'd like a lot of walnuts in your bread, then put a lot. I will say if you get a little too crazy with the walnuts, they will overpower the bread itself. So maybe err on the side of caution and do a little bit less than what you would think. And then what I do is I just go ahead and stir this around, and then I'll dump it into my pan, which, like I said, is lined with parchment paper. Quick tip on the parchment paper: if you crumble it up in your hands before you try to put it into something, it does allow you to form it a little bit easier. So And again, this part is totally optional. I just think it looks pretty and it tastes good with the extra walnuts on top. Then you want to go ahead and throw this in the oven, 350 degrees for about 50 minutes. And here we are after about 50 minutes. I just pulled this out of the oven and it looks amazing. The smell is phenomenal. We'll go ahead and get this sliced up. I hope you all enjoy this one. Please leave comments below. Let me know how it was for you, if it turned out great or if it didn't, either way.